We will be starting with the Sky World, World 5, and we are beginning with a hand level. These hand levels are fairly short, and they do give an item at the end, so they're a nice level to start off with. Unfortunately, we are getting music boxes. Normally, every hand gives you a leaf, and all hands will still give the same item, so the other two hand levels, if our runners encounter them, will also give them more wonderful music boxes to play with. And both runners have decided to check out the Toad House and the first pipe. And what we have learned from this pipe is that you will need to break that lock. And the second level in the game, rather, is 1-1. Fun times. Paratroopa dodging disaster as gameaholic grabs a star, which allows him to steadily and smoothly get through the level. Next is a level that will show off one of the features of an interesting feature of the randomizer. Normally this level is an auto-scroller. However, you can, with the randomizer, disable auto-scrollers. There are only two levels that retain their auto-scroll. One is 5-9 and the other is a beta level that we nickname Atlantis, but levels such as this and the airships will no longer be randomized, and as such it makes some of these jumps a lot more harrowing because some of them may become blind jumps. Paratroopa taking the coin ship. Normally a coin ship is a disaster in a Mario 3 race because it is an auto-scroller, but now not so much. Paratroopa checking out the blue fort, which is the super tanks. Getting these super tanks out of the way early. A level that is normally the penultimate level in the game. Now, just a fun one. Gameaholic gets a Tanuki suit from a Toad House as Paratroopa finishes up the super tanks, and something of note in World 5 is that the blue fortress will always be the one to, well, I believe always be the one to break a lock in World 5. At the very least, it is like that in the normal, I believe it is like that in the normal randomizer. Paratroopa going through castle very quickly and running into Roy, who shows off another feature of the randomizer, which is that the Koopalings take a random number of hits between 1 through 5, and in this case, a weak Roy taking 1 hit. Also, the Quake and high jump natures of the Koopalings are randomized between them, so there will be 2 Koopalings that will deliver earthquakes, and I believe Roy was delivering one of them. So let us see what the second world is waiting for us. Second world is World 3, and the item from Toadstool was a hammer. Hammers are very interesting in the randomizer because on these flag settings, they are able to break those locks. And Paratroopa going to do a 1-level World 3, thanks to the princess. Very lovely of her. As Gameaholic is not far behind. Paratroopa taking on Wendy, who is another one-hit Koopaling. Very weak Koopalings this seed so far. Paratroopa accused of being a spoony bard as Gameaholic collects a fire flower from the Toad House. And World 3 is World 4. Only one option of path to go here. Gameaholic sees the lock and chooses to go back and go after some of these fortresses. An interesting feature of World 4 is that even under these flags, you are guaranteed to have to build a bridge to get to the final level, and thus you must complete a fortress no matter what your item selection options are. And Paratroopa takes a dip into the lava. As Gameaholic taking on the Frozen World 6 Fortress, and Paratroopa taking another death. Gameaholic is unfortunately realizing that that first fortress, since it destroyed that lock, cannot break the other one. And however, though, getting a second hammer from the Hammer Bros. Going to check out the card game. Even though these card games say the item that they don't necessarily correspond. Star could one or wonder if we are going to Paratroopa also starting a card game of his own, having cleared the fort now and moving on to the world, the airship, which is I believe World 7, perhaps. It would be neat, but I also like the surprise of not knowing what an item is by flipping the card. It makes it more required for you to commit to your confidence in the cards. World 4 Iggy is also a heavy one, throwing out lots of quakes, but Paratroopa gets through smooth as Gameaholic opens the path to Wendy. So Gameaholic is a little bit behind, but does have I believe two hammers to Paratroopa's 0 at the moment. So Paratroopa getting through Waterworld quickly. We will see if that turns out to be a bad long-term play. Up next is the Desert World. So at this point we have gone 5, 4, or 5, 3, 4, 2. So the remaining worlds are 1, 6, 7, and 8, which means under these flags there's a lot left, as Paratroopa trying to go quickly through 1, 6, but not able to pick up speed, so completing it the normal way. As Gameaholic will be entering the Giant World. Ooh, Paratroopa finding one of my favorite levels in the game, but not so much in a randomizer because it's a level that normally you can go through doors and change the size of the enemies, but in this it just changes different sets of enemies. Gameaholic going Hammer Bro hunting. And Paratroopa finding another beta level. Or finding a beta level, I believe the World 1... no, not World 1. World 3 beta level, I think. The beta levels that the randomizer uses are levels that are in the game's code but are simply unused. As Gameaholic dodging a hot foot on donut blocks. And dodging, very good job to dodge the boo. And 2 more hot foots. Paratroopa takes out a large Hammer Bro and collects a P-Wing for his trouble. And a mushroom. Is that one not a beta level? I thought that was a beta. I thought that was the beta for 3.7, maybe 3.6. The beta for the maybe that was the actual auto scroll. It's a commonly skipped auto scroller, I believe, but I could be off. As Para goes through 1-3, the question will be: will Para go for the normal exit, or will Para go for the item that is normally a warp whistle, but in the randomizer will be something completely different? Going for the item. 1 toot on this whistle will send you to a faraway land. That is a Tanuki suit. That will take you to a faraway land. And Gameaholic taking down Iggy, so both players are now on World 4. Paratroopa, though, his gamble on choosing not to do the fortress paying off. And it's a one-hit Morton. I want my SMB. And now we are on to World 1, or World 1 Grassland. And we're on to 4-4. Gameaholic still trying to gather up P-Speed in 1-6. And collecting 5 lives, those could be very valuable if depending on how the rest of the levels play out. And now Paratroopa is on 3-3, normally a stage with a boss bass, but due to the randomizer, there is no boss bass. Boss bass, the Angry Sun, and many wonderful friends like that are probably hiding out in other stages, and we will see if tonight Boss Bass goes hungry. Paratroopa into 5-3, I believe, and just a simple go up and come back down as Gameaholic is going through what is normally an auto-scroller, and as such some of these jumps a little rough. Oh, and Paratroopa has found the maze 7 maybe, with a Boss Bass. So depending on where Boss Bass shows its face next in this level, could be a little rough. Gameaholic with a very, very cool kill of the double large hammer bro. Gameaholic now deciding what to do. Choosing to break the block and go onto the pyramid. Ah, it's 7-9, thank you. World 7 I'm really bad at. And now this, I know, is a beta level. This is the World 6 beta level called the Iceberg, I believe. Gameaholic also going to go for the Tanuki Suit Warp Whistle. And Paratroopa going back to explore the card games. A good kill of the double boomerang burrows yields a cloud, as Gameaholic picks up a P-Wing. Paratroopa doing a fancy flight over the airship, and another one-hit Koopaling, this time Larry, as Gameaholic with an easy victory over Morton. And Mega Man is all about that bass. World 6 is the actual World 6, the Ice World, so that also means that World 7 will be the actual World 7, and the second half of this game isn't going to have much randomization at all. Sport 3. Gameaholic choosing to go through the level later, perhaps? And Paratroopa with another smooth boom boom fight. Paratroopa with another World 6 level. This is I'm getting a little worried that we got a pretty vanilla game going the rest of the way, as Gameaholic has glitched out Boss Bass. But luckily our hungry friend has recovered. Paratroopa checking out, I think this is a world... Now this is, I believe, a beta level. This may be the world 5, this may be the world... No, this is the world 3 beta level. This is the world 3 beta level, yes. If I recall. Gameaholic picking up a cloud. And Gameaholic will shortly be heading to the airship. And he will be heading to the airship now as Paratroopa picking up another hammer. Hopefully he will not use it on the lock he can see. It seems like a pretty pointless use of a hammer. And a double fire bro yields another hammer, so very hammer heavy second half of the game, which could definitely come in handy. And Paratroopa uses a hammer and it destroys the lock. As Gameaholic collects the World 5 wand and will be onto this world as well. This level does have a shortcut if you are quick enough, but Paratroopa will instead be forced to do this the normal way by creating a dope block bridge. Paratroopa, in there is a one-up block, is a hidden one-up block. Paratroopa avoided it, as Gameaholic takes a death to the waffles of 643. I'm not sure what the logic behind that is. I don't know if there is any, because there's normally that kind of situation doesn't occur in, obviously, in the normal Super Mario Bros. 3. If the hammers wouldn't target the locks at all. Paratroopa discovering that there's a fort he must do. He's hoping that it is this one. This is 5 Fort 2, the Sky Lava Fort. Ooh, Gameaholic taking a hit. Taking 2 hits to the flying fire snake. And the lock is that fort does not break the lock, which means Paratroopa has to go back to the one he ran by. And it is the door 6, no, this is not the door, yes it is. I'm sorry, this is the door 6 fort, nicknamed as such because there's one thing you should do in this fort. Find the 6th door, go in it, go fight Boom Boom. Don't do anything else, or you're taking a dip in water. if you missed it, this had a very fast giant world where there was only one pipe you could go in at the beginning, and it took you right next to a fort that was by the airship, and then that fort took you, and that fort built the bridge. But we also haven't seen World 7 yet, so we will just see Paratroopa going through another smooth fort as Gameaholic kills a Big Bertha and a blooper. And only a two-hit Lemmy, so the Koopalings have been very weak this seed. None of them have had much power to them. Gameaholic should collect 2 hammers from here, but he's small with one of them down, so this could be bad. Choosing to ignore the other hammer bro, I was worried that the hammer brother was going to approach. And Gameaholic taking a death to a Spiny. Gameaholic checking the pipe to accomplish what Paratroopa did with the hammer. As Paratroopa is on the search, which is more or less how World 7 works in a randomizer. Paratroopa finds the pipe to get to the final island, but unfortunately you need to open a bridge, which means there are forts to be done. As Gameaholic getting through creating his note block bridge, and Paratroopa has found 7 Fort 2 in World 7, which is World 7. What the heck? And, ooh, a difficult piranha placement there with the double fire piranhas, but Paratroopa gets through as Gameaholic took a death here, so now going to just fly over it. Which is one of the ways that you can get around having to build the note bridge. Paratroopa getting through 742 first try as Gameaholic advances through this world. Paratroopa's going to be hoping that fort he destroyed. Nope, 742 was completely pointless well, mostly pointless. As it merely broke a lock. And now we have Fort Knox. Is that both World 7 fortresses in World 7? What a game. And yeah, I'm not sure what Gameaholic's hammer strategy is. There have been plenty of chances to use hammers, and Gameaholic's not lacking for them, but I suppose with Gameaholic knowing that a fort was most likely necessary. I guess just choosing to do that fort, and if it opened up that path, then so be it. And we now have what I believe is Piranha Alley. Ooh, dodging the boss pass. Gameaholic outrunning boss pass. And Paratroopa using 2 clouds to go to the plant level. There are 4 levels in, well, 3 levels rather in these flags, I think, that are not randomized. The 2 Piranha levels and the final level, which will always be Bowser's Castle. Ludwig is easier than normal because of no earthquake, but still a 3-hit. And we get commands on both streams. Very nice. And we even have a vanilla mess. Vanilla, that is normally Bowser's, letter, and in this case it is as well. As Paratroopa goes into 6-5. Good news for Paratroopa, he already has a Tanuki suit equipped. This is a level where you must fly to win and taking a hit. Gameaholic now knows the path to the forts, not knowing that both of those will be needed to advance. And here we have this. The level that Gameaholic is doing always trips me up, and I don't know why. Paratroopa taking wise advice in the taking a wise approach rather in World 8, and just doing a fort because he knows it's here. You never know what's going to be blocking up Bowser. So opening up options can be very, very helpful in saving you a lot of time. Gameaholic figuring out that none of these pipes are going to, neither of those new pipes are going to help him, so those 2 forts on that one island must be the way to go. Paratroopa hanging out in the darkness. This is actually a very good place for a lot of forts to be in Gameaholic. You wait, what? You can kill the waffles with the statue? I never knew that. I always thought the waffles were invincible. I have learned something today. Paratroopa into World 2 Fort. But as I was saying, doing forts that are in the dark world is in the dark screen is nice because even though you won't necessarily see what spot you opened up, you will be able to tell if it didn't open up something on that screen. Oh, Paratroopa now doing the airship, which is 8 Fort 1, losing his Tanuki suit, holding on to the Super Mushroom though. I'm of the belief there's no bad way to play Tanuki suit, unless you get hit. Getting hit is a bad way to play the Tanuki suit. Paratroopa, I think, was hoping for something a little nicer than the star, but we'll take it. Gameaholic discovering that 7 Fort 2 not helpful. Gameaholic going into Fort Knox. Ooh. Missing the jump, though. Paratroopa is still on the search for the pipe to Bowser. Hoping it's this one. There's only so many pipes there can be. And Paratroopa has found it, and has been grabbed by the hand, and the hand is an auto-scroller. What a horrible hand. There's 3. There we go. Paratroopa passed the hand. With the hammer suit in Bowser's castle, as Gameaholic clears Fort Knox and should be onto the final island of World 7. I don't think I've ever seen that level be a hand level. I just have the biggest grin on my face. As Paratroopa. Just needs to dodge a few fireballs and land a few hammers. And killing Bowser, but taking a hit from his corpse. Paratroopa picking up the win in 39-35. GG Paratroopa. As Gameaholic is going through the Piranha level, we will see if we can get Paratroopa in here. Alright, we should have Paratroopa in here shortly. And yes, gameaholic had a lot of really good jumps. It's just there've been a few unfortunate deaths and some I think not so hot some item use where he's made gambles that just haven't worked out. Gameaholic taking out Boom Boom with minimal trouble. Gameaholic finding a hand level for his trouble. Going after the tanks, which is unfortunately just a normal level, this one, and as such will not open up any locks. Gameaholic though going to play through it. I think it's possible that Gameaholic doesn't know that this level won't yield anything. Oh, there we go. And we are now joined by Paratroopa, GG.
Hi, GG.
Well, you had a lot of trouble, I believe, in your last run of Flag Set 2, but this time, I think things went a lot smoother for you.
This one went really cleanly, yeah. I didn't really have any problems with it overall.
Congratulations, although I do have to ask one thing.
Sure.
How did it feel using that hammer?
Oh god, how was I supposed to know that it would prioritize the lock over the rock? It wasn't even a very good hammer because, like, it was only one stage. It was like, oh, I have two of them. I'll have to use them somewhere, so... It didn't really end up mattering, but...
You had to use them somewhere, indeed.
There was nowhere else to use them, and World 7 didn't have anything to break, and World 8 didn't have anything to break, so it didn't matter. It was still the right thing to do. But, well, now I know about that, I guess.
Yes, GamerCow commented that, in chat, that it may not be prioritizing the lock so much as it prioritizes vertical.
It's downward? Yeah,
I believe it prioritizes downward over horizontal.
It's funny, I'm surprised that there's even a rule for it, because it doesn't happen normally, I don't think.
It never happens in vanilla, so...
Yeah.
You learn something about the Mario 3 every day.
Game looks at it and goes, yeah, I'll do something with that, I guess. So, sure, you know, whatever.
Well, I believe you move up to, 3 and 1?
Yep, 3 and 1.
Well, so, your matches left are with, GamerCow and
Mitch, yeah.
Well, best of luck in those races, and,
I will absolutely need it.
Yes, I should also point out that that's merely the prioritizing downward over horizontal is just observation, not necessarily tested 1,000, not necessarily confirmed yet. But
ooh, we're breaking new ground here.
We do have a pattern of 2 now at least.
Okay.
But were there any levels that you thought that gave you trouble?
Did you see my 7F2?
No,
I'm not answering your question because that's a level that didn't give me any trouble.
I did see that. I was like, oh,
that was beautiful.
I found it. I was too busy being. By the time I stopped being amused that 7F2 was in World 7, that was the actual plant world, you had beaten it.
Mm-hmm. I had a couple of really sick jumps in that level. I was really proud of it.
And of course, it ended up being pointless.
Yeah, of course. I thought about clouding past it, doing the other fort, and then clouding past it again. I would have had to use 2, but I decided not to because it could have just been that one anyway. So I was like, I'll use the clouds later, and I did. So I have no idea which levels I skipped. Maybe they were good ones. Maybe they weren't. I don't know.
You skipped adequate levels.
Okay, that's good.
Well,
I gotta use these somewhere.
A level you didn't skip was the wonderful auto-scrolling hand.
Oh yeah, that was fun. I should get this eventually. Like, it's cute.
For a moment, it looked like you were going to do it, and then it's like you remembered. Oh, it's a hand. Wait, I could just skip it.
Well, no, I always realized I could skip it. I just, it took me a second to realize what level I was in. I was like, oh, yeah, let's just lose some lives on this for a while. I like to have extra lives going to World 8 just in case I need to skip past some hands. 3 times. Which, you know, it's bad, but I've had worse. I had one that grabbed me 5 times in a row the other day. I was like, what is this?
I mean, it always could have been 2 hands in a row, in which case you get the worst scenario, which is, well, I have to beat the level.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't even know. I hate group stage 1 flags because of the hands at the end, where I'm like, I don't know how many times I should attempt this, and how many is good enough. You know, like, I don't know. It's really hard to tell. I see Gameaholic also took a second to realize there. Sadly, clouding past this does not work.
It's the perfect hand level.
Oh god, he got grabbed 3 times as well. At least 3.
I did also see.
I'm behind. Okay, you got 3. Good.
I did also see you learned a lesson about Bowser, which is his corpse's head still has a hitbox.
Oh yeah. Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter.
You say that, and then we'll get the one-hit KO tournament.
The embarrassing thing about this is that I'm like still learning the game as I play it. Like there's stuff I don't know about a bunch of levels, so I'm just like, let's see if this let's see if this box has a power up in it. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Well, now I look like an idiot who just wanted a single coin. Great.
Hey,
I got lost in 7-9 like 3 times. That was great.
Those coins add up.
Yeah, they do.
Herbaceous has a very good point. You lose frames.
Oh, that's true. I could have done it a little bit faster if I had just ducked out of the way for a second.
So, do you have any of your last 4 races scheduled yet?
Nope. I'll have them scheduled soon, I suppose.
Well,
Actually,
you can't.
let's get it scheduled.
You can't. They can't all be me and have one race done at this point.
Yeah.
All I do is talk. All I do in this tournament is talk over your races. I don't actually do the races.
Right.
I'm just, I'm getting participation points. And that will be GG for gameaholic. Official SRL time of 51 minutes and 54 seconds.
Looked like he was actually pretty close. World 8 gave him a little bit of trouble, but he wasn't that far behind.
Gameaholic played pretty smooth, I believe.
The seed was very fast to start out, which was nice.
It was a fast seed to kick off. There was no 8-1 start.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, this was a fun race to watch. I should probably do one of these commands. Be sure to follow both of our runners. Gameaholic 2K, Paratroopa1. We have Gameaholic here. So let's see if we can get him in here.
Hey.
And joining us now is Gameaholic, GG.
Good games.
Yeah, GG.
Well, what do you think of the seed?
That was the easiest Wendy fight I've ever had in any Mario Rando.
Oh yeah, that was a one hit.
Yeah.
I can agree. About first 2 worlds in, I was going, are all the Koopalings going to be, this nice? And they were.
Yeah. Oh man, it's like I was a little afraid since the last 2 randos I did had a 5-hit Wendy and a 4-hit thick Wendy.
Oh jeez.
So it's definitely made up for that.
Yeah, that's always a relief.
There is no in between with Wendy. She's either miserable or easy.
Kind of sad that I missed out on an easy skip on World 6 because when I saw the 2 pipes, I just thought that they both go towards each other, and I forgot that there are another set of 2 pipes in World 6. So I ended up passing through those, thinking that no, those are these 2 that are just loop back to each other.
Well, it still went better than what Para did.
Oh,
which is he used a hammer, and the hammer prioritized the lock.
Oh,
yeah.
And so he had to use a second hammer.
Oh, but the pipe that the rock was blocking earlier, that would have led further in the world, wouldn't it?
It would have allowed you to skip the exact level that you used 2 hammers to skip.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great.
I think I also ended up. I probably held on to a cloud too long since I think I had an extra cloud at the end. And once I saw that, I was actually wondering if I could use the cloud to skip those hands, which definitely confirmed my theory.
Yeah,
and
I could guarantee that there's a 50% chance that a cloud will allow you to skip a hand.
yeah, but I think that dying in 5-9 was... I think dying in 5-9 still saved more time than doing that whole level.
Oh yeah, I had the same. I died 3 times on that as well.
Yeah.
So we both got 3 hands.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You both encountered 1 hand level and got 3 hands. Congrats.
I remember one time trying to use a jukebox in the hands, thinking, oh, maybe this will stop the hands. I realized, like, if that worked, then people would actually do that as a strategy. They don't.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how low the world record would be if you could do that?
Oh,
How many runs would not die at the hand bridge?
Yeah. Right.
Speaking of world record, I think we got the same chance of getting 3 hands than the world record of no hands. So, yippee!
That's true.
RNG on our side. I mean, there's not on our side. Oh man.
Well, gameaholic, how many more races do you have left? I see you've done 4, including 1.
Yeah, I got an upcoming back-to-back race against Big Zeph, and then another one against Mitch, which is, well, I don't know if you would call that a race, but
hey,
just
if I can have what counts as a race in Warpless Super Mario Bros. 3, you can have a race with Mitch in this.
All right.
And when are those? When are your Big Z races?
Oh, Big Z is going to be on late evening on Tuesday, so that's technically morning on Wednesday in EST, but it'll be Tuesday on my side.
Cool. Well, best of luck there.
All right. Well, looking forward to the last few matches.
No, well, it's been a lot of fun watching all the races so far, and I will eventually get mine in at some point.
It's pretty interesting though, like, because I've done a lot of Super Metroid randomizers, and Mario just constantly gives you the scare of potentially giving you like a really scary run, whereas in Super Metroid, once you get enough items, like, you have virtually no chance of dying. But in Mario 3, like, there's always a chance to die in every section.
A Goomba does exactly as much damage in 1-1 as it does in any other level.
That's true.
Yeah. I was actually getting a little worried about. I can't remember which level it was, but it was the one with the fire spinning. I can't remember those. Those jumping things.
The fire nippers.
Yeah, those almost got me there. Those guys freak me out in any place.
Those enemies can have very cruel spawn points.
Oh yeah, that 7-2, the 7-2 where you have to hit those notes. It's like, once I saw that guy down there, I just said, nope, I'm just going to P-wing this.
Not a bad choice.
Yeah, I almost decided to do that myself.
Well, GG to both of you. Congratulations.
Yep.
Good game.
Thank you. GG.
Be sure to give both of our runners a follow. And I am looking forward to watching your next races as they come along.
Thank you.
Any final comments from either of you about the seed?
Definitely one of the easiest seeds I've had after, well, any seed with the easy Wendy is an easy seed. So, and thanks for the commentary.
Oh,
yep,
my pleasure. With that, I think it is time to close up shop. We currently have another race going on at the Speed Gaming 5 channel between Kavin 856 and Sharky 2107. So if you want to watch more Mario 3 Randomizer, that will be the last race of the night. It should be about half an hour in, so they should be hitting an exciting conclusion shortly. And I would like to thank both of our runners. I would like to thank all of you for choosing to listen to me talk about two people play Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer. I would like to thank the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer community for letting me do commentary, and I would like to thank all of the entire Speed Gaming Network for hosting up not just this race, but many Mario 3 Randomizer races, both in the past and to come. And with that, I would like to wish all of you a good night and take care until we chat again. Bye-bye.